Your army hearties. This is Captain Blue here over at CG Pirates. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Hope you're having a splendid week. Right, as you know, in the last section, if you've been watching and enjoying the set, we made the oars, but you can row without the little bits here, okay, to attach the oars to, but it makes it a bit more difficult than it should be, to be honest. So what we're going to do is we are going to make, my little chums, a thing for them to attach to. So I am going to go into my editable poly, okay, so I've just gone to my modify panel here, and I've got my main boat selected, and you'll notice the oars are over the edge, which makes things a little bit easier, and I'm just going to select this, okay. Reason being that I'm now going to use this, well, I think I'll just use this part here actually as my kind of basis for, or base for my oar coming out of, yeah. Now, there's a couple of ways we can do this. One is to have a shape that's a bit like if you curve your thumb and forefinger. Imagine you're holding like a great big log. That's the kind of shape that the oar would go into. But that's a little bit, you know, they tend to break and come off. They're used for little rowing vessels. For a larger rowing vessel, one of the easier ways of doing it is actually just to have a wooden thing, okay? Now, I can't remember for the life of me what it's called, so 1 second. Right, I've just done the research, and it's called an oarlock or a thole. So those are good names, aren't they? So I'm going to make an oarlock, and this is quite an old-fashioned one. Okay, now I was brought up, funnily enough, near the same place that quite a few of Britain's ship people have came from, and I used to do quite a lot of rowing on the Broads down in the south of England, so I'm going to use that as my basis for this. Now what I want to do is auto grid myself a nice box, and I should be able to kind of shape it this way, and I'm just going to bring it up, and for length segments I only want 3, okay, like that. Now you'll notice it's not quite the right angle. That's alright, I'm just going to adjust it. There we are. Then I'm going to bring it to about here. Okay, turn off angle snap, and I'm going to do a little bit more rotating on it, just so I can kind of get it right. There we go. Okay, now this is going to be our thole. And what I need to do is, you'll notice if I move it around now, okay, it's moving relative to the way I built it before I rotated it, so I need to change this to local. And now I can move it down a bit to about here, and as you see, it's not doing anything dumb, it's just attached, yeah? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my modify panel, and I'm going to right click. Now I don't need that segment down the middle, okay, which is width in this case, so I'm going to convert it. Oops, that's an editable patch, I didn't want one of them. Right click, convert to editable poly. Some people do still use editable patches, I am not one of them. Right, swift loop, and I'm going to swift loop here, here, and then I'm going to swift loop here and here. Okay, don't worry if you're not sure why, it will all make sense soon. Next, select by polygon. I'm going to select here, here and here, and if I press Z, okay, it'll center it in my zoom, and I can just extrude straight up, and then maybe just a teeny bit higher. There we are. Then I'm going to select here and here. Now, the reason that this is kind of a separate bit that's attached to the boat is because these things break like so much, and you don't want to rip a hole in the side of your boat. So I'm going to extrude these again, like that. Okay, and that way this kind of fits in this gap, okay? Now, we don't want it looking quite so boxy because it wouldn't be made like that anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select by edge, here and here. Okay, and I'm going to move these down, but I can move them down by view, that'll work fine, okay, but if I was going to move them any other way, then I would probably have to use local movement, okay, rather than view. Now inside here, where these are, okay, if it's perfectly flat like that, then there's going to be quite a lot of wear, okay, it's going to start smashing it about. So they tend to make these, remember what I said, thumb, forefinger, holding a log. So go to chamfer, and I'm just going to jag this out, just a little bit like that. You see, so there's still a line here. Then I'm going to do it again. Okay, and that is okay, that is good. Now you'll notice obviously we've created slightly more polygons than I would really have liked. So what we can do, depending on how keen you are to clean up your polygons, is we can delete these if you'd like. And remember how we cleaned up the polygons in the bottom of the oar? You can just do that. Now, if you're not interested in finding out more about that, just feel free to move on to the next video. Otherwise, I'm just going to quickly tidy up these polygons, because that's my job. Okay, remember, a lot of game engines are quite happy letting you do whatever you want, okay, but a lot of them aren't. They don't like it at all, so just be aware. Now, I'm going to do some cuts, so I'm just going to go down to my cut tools. I'm going to get rid of these things that I'm not using. Now, where is it? Here we are, cut. And I'm going to run a cut from here to here. And that's fine because this is 4 sides, okay? So, what I'm going to do as well, I think, because my pivot should be in the right place, and it is I am going to select all my edges here and do a connect. Where are you? Let's edit geometry. Do an attach. It does this sometimes. There we are. It's because there's so many damn tools, you see. Right, now I'm going to just get rid of this side because it will make my job a lot quicker, only having half. Do you know what's even quicker than only having half? Only having a quarter. That is correct. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to do a ring, and I'm going to do another connect, and then just try and get it more or less central, so I can just you can go back there, sorry, but more or less central, so I can just grab that there. Okay, done. Right, so now we've only got a quarter of our piece, which is going to make cleaning it up a lot easier, as you can imagine. Okay, now this vert here. If I move this vert to about here, 1, 2, 3, 4, make sure there's nothing inside it. 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's 4 sides still. And I'm just going to do a bridge there to there, then here to here. Just going to zoom in on my model, and I can do one from here to here. This may not look like a proper polygon, but it's 4 sides, and this one's 4 sides, so don't worry. I can straighten it a little bit if you're concerned though. There we go. That way it'll look better. Now, where this one is / was, we can fix that up in just a minute. Don't worry about this, okay, missing step. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select this, and I want to change to my local. I'm going to hold shift, and I'm just going to jag it. And you see there, where it's meeting this edge, I'm just going to adjust it just a little bit until it's more or less exact. Now these verts aren't connected, so I'll just select them. You see I'm just marquee selecting. I'm going to do a weld. I'm going to click on the settings box. Before 41, 42, after 41, so it has welded one vertex. Perfect. Okay, so what about putting this all back together again? Well, firstly, let's just fix this. So bridge there to there. Lovely. Next, symmetry. So S is for symmetry, and we're going to do a flip, so we get 2 of them. Then we're going to do another symmetry, and I'm going to put this on the y-axis. There we go. So now as you see it's repaired it, put the correct amount of polygons in and everything, so that's cool. And then over here, okay, what I'm going to do is, if I go back to editable poly, you'll notice everything else has vanished. Oh no. See? Just there. I want to add a little bolt into this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this and I'm going to use an inset, not a very big one, just like that. Okay, zoom in on it, because I love doing this kind of thing where you're working directly with just polygons rather than adding things to it. I like doing it this way, and I'm going to move it to about there. Okay, remember we're still using our local coordinate system. And make sure it looks like a box. If it doesn't, then what I can do is select this and this. Make sure we're in local. You'll notice we're not when I switch. Okay, and this will straighten them out. But you can only do the two parallel ones. If you do them all at once, it'll just ruin your model. Okay, now with that done and this selected, I'm going to do another inset, just a very tiny one, and I'm just going to grow that out a little bit. There we go. And now if I go down to, not subdivision displacement, hang on a second, where is it? Subdiv surface, no. I want to do a mesh smooth just on that bit. And you'll notice that it's made it round. Now I can just click grow, and if I just extrude that like so, and then give it an edge, so I can just select this edge and go all the way around if I want. Okay, I can now chamfer this edge, or even better, I just select these and bring them up. There we go. And now if I go back to here, right click, convert to editable polygon, and remember what we called this, so this is a thole, T-H-O-L-E. Lovely. And I need to make another thole, so I'm just going to duplicate it. Now for this I'm going to have to apply a mirror, so if we just go to our mirror tool just here, and I'm making a copy, and as you see we can offset it, so I'm going to make sure it's offset in the correct axis. I think I'm probably going to have to God, what did you do there, Autodesk 3ds Max, with your weird ways? There we are. Actually I think the easiest way to do this, to be honest, is I'm going to bring this over here. Okay, this is a weird way of doing it, however it means I won't break my thing, and I'm going to change my coordinate system to view again. There. I keep forgetting the coordinate system tends to bugger things up otherwise. And this is a copy. I'll just plonk it there. Click OK. Now, the problem with this is that we just inverted everything, right? So all the polygons, even though they look fine, they're not fine. So if I was to go over here and do a reset X form and reset selected, you'll notice, oh, it's gone black. That's because all the polygons are inside out. This is the same sort of thing as we do when we do a non-uniform scale. That's okay. Just if I go to select by element, select it all and just flip it, suddenly it's fine again. Okay, and that's how difficult that wasn't. Right, now what I need to do is just get my oars, and I'm going to align my oars more or less with the middle of here. Okay, that way they're turning in this bit. Same over here, in that bit. Okay, perspective zoom. So now we know they're in the right place and everything, and you can reach them certainly nice and easily. And I'm going to attach my Thule to my boat. So attach. There we go. Lovely. And of course I'm not going to attach my 2 oars because that would be mad. Okay, so made lots of progress. I hope you've enjoyed it. I did think this would only take a few minutes, and it took nearly as long as making the oars did, but you know what? We're covering a lot of stuff. And again, you want to be very, very proud of yourself. You're doing a great job. You know that. Okay, so until the next part, thanks so much for watching. You look after yourself. Drop by our channel anytime, or come on to the Facebook group, or come on to the Facebook page, Discord, whatever you want. You know, we're there. Always happy to hang out and hear from you. Till we meet again, yarrrrrr mateys. Bye bye.